Hello, my name is Jackson. This is going to be my first opinions video. What I'm going to be talking about right here is a very controversial topic right now. And is it, does video games make people violent? And every day I see sites, both stories. Recently, what spurred this topic was a debate versus Adam Sessler versus Jack Thompson. And I am a gamer, so this may be personally biased. But I'm also, and what I'm trying to say here, I'm trying to use logic. And in recent history, in recent news, even though it was a year ago, and I still remember it because it should not be forgotten, because it was a travesty by all meanings, the Newtown shooter. Jack Thompson had the audacity to blame it on video games because his brother liked a Facebook page. Not the shooter, his brother. And this caused a media shitstorm. And I kept thinking when I saw this was, why? Does the common people really believe that people who play video games act like this? I felt ashamed about my hobby. I mean, like, I heard people talk about video games and how they're bad, but not. They didn't make people kill people. That night I went online with my friends. At the time we were playing Forza 4. That was the game that was popular. Like a group of friends. We talked and talked about it. And I thought this opinion. It is completely ludicrous and illogical to blame the actions of a few on the majority. Individuality is something we all have. It's what defines you as a person. Video games are a hobby. They're not what define you. Nothing can define you except your own actions. And when I say actions, I feel what you don't do and what you do should be treated differently. Not just, your personality is not based on what you do. It's based off what you do and what you do not do. So the majority of gamers don't go out and kill children. It's terrible that they blame the deaths of children in video games, and that's what they cared more about. That's what they were broadcasting. They weren't trying to help the families. They weren't trying to make them feel better. No, they were playing the blame game. As humans, we need to find a coping method. In the 60s, it was Judas Priest and rock music. Way back then, Beethoven was caught of corrupting children and corrupting the youth. Even Aristotle, the mathematician, is accused of corrupting the youth. Sorry. In years, something else will be blamed. Each time, I don't understand why they can't realize that you need to blame the individual, not their hobbies. And also, I didn't think it was appropriate that they mediatized the shooter because it gave him fame, and that's something that you definitely need not to do, because you are faming a murderer. You are giving him way too much credit. By doing this, you have probably spurred other school shootings and other mass murders, which is terrible. I feel like what happened in Newtown was beyond justifiable. I couldn't comprehend it. I couldn't comprehend why someone would go into a school, look into these children's eyes, and pull the trigger. Do it again and again. I think it was an atrocity. I think it was one of the worst things that happened in 2012. No, it was the worst thing that happened in 2012 in America. It was the worst mass shooting in years. after Virginia Tech and Columbine, I realized that I've already known of 3 school shootings where people went for education and to better their lives, and because of that, they died. I just couldn't believe. It made me comprehend my own mortality and how much I love school. I love it. I love science. I love home arts. But I couldn't imagine my love being the death of me. Also, like, I couldn't imagine my love be the damnation of me. Because I play video games, I always thought I was a bad person. It's a two-sided coin. But even if this guy played video games, there's no way you can justify this. In video games, what you do is, it's a collection of pixels. This guy did this on real people, and I can't imagine what this guy was in his head. He was psychotic, a psychopath, not justifiable by any means. But I don't think that we should have blamed it on video games, just like when Doom and Columbine wasn't appropriate. But I'm not trying to say that I care more about my opinions on video games than the lives of these children who didn't walk out of that school. I think that was what our main priority should have done before trying to find a blame game. Okay? That is my first video, my first opinions video, and I hope you enjoy.